Welcome, my name is Harshni and this presentation will explain the impact of feral horses on the southern corroboree frog in Kosciuszko National Park. The southern corroboree frog is a distinctive but critically endangered species. They are only found within Kosciuszko National Park, with their habitat situated on gradually sloping mountains and subalpine regions. The threat to their survival comes from the increasing number of unregulated feral horses, initially introduced by European settlers over 2 centuries ago. Late 2023 surveys revealed that the estimated number of feral horses in Kosciuszko National Park is 17,393 and is expected to greatly increase if left unmanaged. The southern corroboree frog population has declined significantly in areas impacted by feral horses. In 1999, approximately 370 calling males were documented in the park. By 2022, there were only 14 calling males. Feral horses are responsible for damaging vegetation, reducing water quality levels, and trampling over wetlands, causing soil erosion and impacting crucial habitat and breeding grounds. They also damage sphagnum moss, which is an important vegetation for the frog's chances of breeding. This disturbance affects any future efforts to restore captive bred frogs into the park. If feral horses are left unchecked, the population numbers of the southern corroboree frog will decline to certain extinction. Feral horses will be free to continue their rampage, destroying the essential habitat of these species and causing permanent damage to the ecosystem within Kosciuszko National Park. This in turn affects countless other flora and fauna that also rely on these habitats. Any efforts to reintroduce captive bred frogs are also disrupted since their chances of survival are unlikely given the poor habitat conditions caused by feral horse activities. Southern corroboree frogs are one of Australia's most iconic amphibian species and are recognised among the world's most visually stunning frogs. Their cultural significance to Indigenous Australian culture is important, particularly to the people of the Walgalu community, as the frog's calls signify the beginning of travel to spiritual ceremonial grounds. The extinction of the southern corroboree frog would impact the continuation of cultural practices in Indigenous communities, along with depriving Australia of a historically significant amphibian species. The goal of the Kosciuszko National Park Wild Horse Heritage Management Plan is to reduce the number of feral horses to 3,000 by 30th of June 2027. This would mean an 84% decrease in the existing feral horse population or the removal of at least 4,000 horses annually. The New South Wales and Australian governments have both confirmed they're unable to meet this target by the deadline. As a result, they opened public consultation to amend the management plan and allow aerial culling, the most humane and effective method of controlling feral horses. This amendment has now been successfully implemented, as the New South Wales government received over 11,002 submissions, with the majority supporting aerial culling. As a community, running educational programs and campaigns within schools, zoos, and conservation groups can also emphasize the frog's endangered status and threats to its habitat. When you visit Healesville Sanctuary, Melbourne Zoo, or Willoughby Open Range Zoo, you will also be contributing to conservation efforts that these zoos undertake. Donations are also greatly valued, as these funds are used for crucial conservation efforts.